The first point, observation and behavior. They study your behavior, they're observing you for longer periods of time in order to map out your personality, to lay it down basically in a way. They will use this against you. So they collect a lot of information about you, your hobbies, interests, and that's how you kind of know that you are being observed. Everything that is happening in gangstalking is based off your personality, your unique individual you. They will use that for psychological games and manipulation in order to sabotage you and put you down, right? So you're being judged and analyzed. You always have this sense, oh, you are being watched and monitored. There are always people in the background observing you. Okay, next point is entire life, offline, online activities. It's just from my notes here. It doesn't matter if you're doing offline activities, maybe you don't use any devices for your activities. You're going outside for a walk or for running, doing a little bit of sports. People, for example, they let you know, oh, we know about you, and they give you little hints that they're watching you. If you go inside stores, buildings, there's always something going on, and they seem to map out your personality. I talked about offline activities, so it doesn't matter if you're online, offline. If you are on the internet, if you're doing stuff, they know about your feed. They know what you're watching, your subscriptions, and they kind of using that against you. You don't know anything about them. That's kind of the crazy part about it. You don't have any information. It's basically like you're playing cards. Maybe you have good cards, but they can see your cards. The only option that you have is trying to stay honest. You need to stay grounded and trying to stick to your activities, even if they are being interfered. Some of them, maybe you can't do them anymore. You have to give up on them. They have the tendency to steal everything. Okay, they will steal your data. So you have to be very careful what you're doing and what you don't. Monitoring is heavily part of gangstalking. It's one of the core foundations when it comes to gangstalking. The next point is tracking, following you outside and inside buildings. Yeah, I mentioned a few things before. You can buy phones without a GPS function, that's possible, but it doesn't matter. They still can find you on the map. They have the ability to track you even if you don't have any devices. This is possible without implants. For example, to track criminals. Some people, they making plans to harm society, and then sometimes you need to track them. And I totally can understand that. But the issue is that it is being misused, okay? Also inside your flat or whatever building. Sometimes you are in the office, above you, you can hear footsteps following you. Maybe this is just random, but it's not random if it is going on for a couple of minutes. So you go to the left and the footsteps following you. You go to the right and it's following you. It seems to happen all the time. So that's how you know, okay, it's not just random, but there's no reason to obsess. Okay, it's just something to keep in mind. Following you outside. You going for a walk inside the park. There are people waiting for you. Groups of people carrying out skits. Sometimes you see a bunch of women, men. It doesn't matter. Children, they're trying to bully you so that you become very weak. It's basically a technique to weaken your mind, to weaken your spirit, if you will. Next point is electronic devices are bugged. PC, smartphone, etc. I don't know who is behind it, sabotaging my programs. Browsers closing, music program is just freezing, sabotage, Sometimes it's fine. Okay, you can just go ahead, you can move, doing your stuff that you want to do. But it's not really worth it because when it comes to activities in general, you have to be very, very careful. Like I said, they're stealing your data. And let's say you come up with a good idea, it's gone. Or stolen, you can say. Once you come to the realization that this is going on, that's really very annoying. Next point, flat video monitoring. It seems my flat is being video monitored in every room because how can people know in which room I am? Okay, I'm going to the bathroom and people following you around, like I mentioned in the last videos. So I have some videos on my channel and I'm talking a little bit about the experience as the TI. How can people know, right, that you are going to the bathroom, going for a shower or just washing your hands? That's the most annoying thing ever because your privacy is being interfered, of course. It's very hard to cope. So it's almost impossible. Everybody can seem to point a finger at you and you don't know anything about them. Sort of following you and judging you, and you feel everybody's part of it. That's just my experience when it comes to this gang stalking scenario.